Hello, this is Sabrina Taro 808 with the daily spiritual guidance for today. Today, what you're looking at is the cards of the Druidcraft Tarot deck from Philip and Stephanie Cargum, Cargum, and illustrated well by Will Worthington. We're also using this poker cards, which are called the Circuit PCB edition. They're like based on of course on computer on technology. That's as much as you can tell how much I know about technology. Not much, but I thought they were very cool. Look at the cards. Um, I love that they're green, and I love the connection between them. Like I feel like the energy goes through the whatever they're called, the technical term for that. But I really like them. And we're also working with the Aces High, which are also green, and they're, well, of course, they're the topic of weed. But I thought they were pretty cool, and I really liked the way that they put the like. I thought this is so cute. Nobody does this with the poker cards, and because we're using this the Druidcraft Tarot deck, which is very green, if you can see, of course, by this super cool and sexy image of the Lovers card. It's has like a manly vibe. It's very Viking, of course, Druid Viking. They're super large, the cards. But I love them. There's a kind of cards that you want to shuffle um, vertically, but it also the great thing about that they're so big is that you can see all the details, and they've done great work with the details, the rocks, with the background, the nature, the leaves, everything, and the use of the blue is fabulous. Like this cover looks amazing. I haven't seen this red and blue intense color in tarot cards, and it really pops, and I really like it. Okay, so going with the these are very inexpensive cards. The Druid Craft, I think it sells in Amazon like for less than $25, and the poker cards for about $12 each. You can find them on my Amazon wish list and all my tarot collection as well. So for today, we have the energy for the collective. Sorry for putting my hand there in the middle. I got distracted while I was channeling for the like the planetary dice to like give us an idea of how the energy is. We have well, this is the sign of Capricorn, and Capricorn is about the tangible, productive things in our life, earthly in the earthly plane. Um, this is Mercury, which is about communication. We have here the number, which these are pretty very cool. I don't, if you can see, yeah, they have like glitter on them. They're Chesek dice, and I got them in Amazon. Very inexpensive, and I thought they were super cool. Especially that I had before some tiny dice that it was a gift, and I love them. I still have them, but I think these ones are better for the channel. And this is 11. So here we have 8. The eighth house would be the house of Scorpio, which is where we're at right now. Well, actually, we're passing from the Scorpio season to the Sagittarius season already, but we still feel that intensity of Scorpio is very intense on its emotions, on its depth, on its transformation power, and it can make us uncomfortable because it gets us to hit rock bottom, and that's its way of transforming us. So some people that have like a very not by this I don't mean if you have the sun sign of Scorpio, this is for you. It depends on your whole birth chart, and but if you have a strong presence of Scorpio in your birth chart, that usually means that you're in life, you're gonna go through deep life lessons, and they're gonna probably take a while to unfold, but you're going to get great rewards from that and great transformation. You get great spiritual transformation from any lessons that come from the Scorpio season. So for me, these numbers, and 11 is Aquarius, which is communications as well. So we have two cards that have to do with communication. Of course, Aquarius is more than communication, but like technology, internet. And I feel like the collective energy is of wanting to communicate or wanting to establish or looking for ways in which we can make things that have an intense resonance in our life, that have an intense purpose, a soulful purpose, that we can connect with it in a spiritual way, and that we want to transform our lives to connect in such a way for things that to and with the Scorpio is actually aligning our life and our everyday work power, our dedication and our discipline, which Capricorn has lots of it, into transforming a life into something that has meaning for us. Now, because of the cards that I'm getting here, which I'm going to show you, I feel like we might be receiving messages. If we've been doing messages aligning with this, that if we have our mindset in pretty much in that our true north is to be better, to feel better, to find purpose, to feel we have a balanced life. And I feel a lot of us collectively are feeling that energy, especially because of Scorpio season and the Scorpio being ruled by Pluto, and also has for me, it has also an influence of Saturn, but it is ruled by Pluto, and Pluto is about transformation, deep transformation. So it's about facing our death and looking at our life from a different angle, from the angle that life is precious and we shouldn't be wasting it. So that's the energy. And I think there's also an alignment that we are aligning into that purpose. We're aligning into that truth that we want to create a life that has purpose, that has value, that aligns with our code of ethics, and not a code of ethics just because of the sake of it, no, but for the sake of living a better, harmonious life. And I feel we're also going to be connecting with people that are going to help us achieve that level or going to bring us forward. I feel like if we've been working on collectively or individually in that energy of transforming our life for the better, and asking divinity or asking the universe, praying your rosary, whatever works for you, praying your mantra, praying to the Mecca, whatever you want to pray to. If you've been praying for a life with purpose, this is a great time to align with the planetary energies, because it's going to double the rewards of your efforts with a very Jupiter. And as we are entering the Jupiter season, which is Sagittarius season, there's that energy, that expansive energy from Jupiter, like to hit a home run, to be like, to all that creative energy and all that manifestation that we want a better life. It's getting like momentum. And because we've been, if you've been on that path and you're very much aligned with that, then during this for today or for the next days, for this week, there's great energies of expanding on that which you want to build, and hitting a home run. And I say it because of the following reasons. And now we're going to enter into the cards themselves. I'm going to show you the first well, no, I'm going to show you, of course, the nicest ones first, which are the I'm going to move the lens a bit here. It's a bit dark today, but gladly these cards do pop. No, actually, that's where you can see them better. The first card that we have from this tarot deck is the Wheel. And for me, this energy is also, if you've been doing your work of delimiting, of making a circle of the things that you want in your life and the things that you don't want. And, sorry, and doing it in a way that it's because you know your value. Because you know your value, you're making limits of what you're going to accept and what you're not going to accept. And that's very important during these times, because there's so many distractions, there's so many things we can do. The energy is a bit scattered in a way, and it's a great time to manifest new things because of that. But it's also important to know which path we're going to take, and that means we have to discern which are the things that we're going to put away, and that's also, or that are no longer part of our path. And that's a very much of Scorpio lesson in itself. And I feel that by doing that, we're going to move the wheel in our favor of actually aligning to the things that we want. And I feel the Lover's card can mean, and it's a super sexy card, super nice and romantic. It's not only, of course, about romance and like feeling, because this lover card is not only about having a nice time with someone, which of course they certainly did have a nice time there, but it's actually someone, look at them, if you see them, the way of their faces is not only of satisfaction from pleasure, but is actually from trust, from feeling vulnerable, from someone that you have a connection with, that is has a stronger. There's something deeper than just a physical connection. There's a soulful connection, and that could mean as well, of course, represented in our, like in our relationships. I feel, of course, it's the end of the year, and a lot of people like start looking for someone to spend the holidays with, and some people might just want it just for the season. But there's a lot of people, I feel like there's an energy of a lot of people that want something that they want to align with, something with value. It's not only how we spend our lives in our work life, or how we make our coin, but as well with whom we spend it with, and who we're creating relationships with. So I feel there's great energies right now of there being more people looking forward to having solid relationships, and as well because of the influence of Capricorn and the eighth house, Mercury, and the 11th house of things that actually have a bigger value, and they connect to something bigger than us. And not only like bigger than us in the sense of like the sense of family, like when you make you marry someone and you have a family, you're connecting to that larger concept of humanity, of having a family, of the sacred family. That's what I mean. You're connecting to something much larger that has meaning, even though you're also inserting yourself in the world by creating your reality as in a family, or if you're creating a business, or if you're creating a new way of life. And this card that we have next, I feel there's also energies of wanting to start business, or wanting to start a new life and being concerned. This is the energy of the Nine of Swords. It's the energy of paranoia, of anxiety, of having your mind too much in the future and thinking, oh, how am I going to solve this? And because of the energy around it and the other cards that I'm going to show you, I feel like there's great energy of being concerned about money, being concerned about resources. And this could be something that maybe is getting in the way of you manifesting something better. Or maybe this also could be, and it makes a lot of sense, that we've all been in this energy of being, of course, anxious because of the situation, that things are not stable, and that in a way kind of aligns you with more lack. But and of course, life is we cannot be going through lack and say, oh yeah, I'm having a great time. If you're having a hard time paying your bills, of course you're gonna feel like this no matter what, no matter how spiritual you are, because we're still earthly people, we're earthly beings, and having our necessities covered, of course, is still basic and fundamental in order to for us to be even looking at other spiritual evolution, pretty much like Abraham Maslow's triangle of necessities for human beings. But I mean, I'm diverging a bit on that. But I feel that, of course, we're feeling anxious because of what's going on. But I also feel like for people that have felt that they haven't been able to connect or align with their purpose because you're still going through times of anxiety, because you don't have enough money, because you're concerned if you're going to be able to have a solid future. This is the Ten of Pentacles upside down. The energy is telling us, actually, with the High Priestess, that we have the power to manifest what we want, and that this cycle is actually coming to a completion, the cycle of learning from our lack, learning from being in from swimming in uncertainty for a long time was a lesson, a planetary lesson for me. I'm feeling that at this moment, and that it's also giving us a new perspective on life, and new like it's definitely it was an awakening energy, and I feel like we're coming into the completion of that, and we're coming into realizing all the power that we have, the transformative power, and that this is a great time, as I was saying, into for aligning, for if you've done your work and you know that you deserve better, because that's the first step for anything that you want, is you have to truly believe you deserve better. Because if you don't believe you deserve better, if you say, no, I was born into poverty, I'm probably always going to be in poverty, that's you're basically setting your destiny for yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, no matter who's going to help you, what opportunities are going to come your way, you're probably not going to see them, because you're already set in your mind. You're already setting your destiny in that sense. So it's important, and I feel that very few people are feeling like that, because we all had our lessons during this past 2 months, and those lessons helped us shed all the things that we needed to shed. So we know our value, we know where our limits are, and we know we want something better. And I think as a collective, we also know, a lot of people in the collective know that we deserve so much better, including having better work, better, more purpose in our life, more time to spend with our family, more time to do things and there's actually time to do that. With the pandemic, we found out that there's actually chances to balance our lives in better ways, and that we are not life is not about being stuck in an office, like they've made us believe. And which is also part of the collective of the big resignation that is going on around the world. I feel that sorry, this is a great time for the Nine of Cups, and this is wishes fulfilled. That we have done the work, we've aligned with the universe on the lessons that we need to go through in this time, and that we're closing cycles, and that there's great opportunities for the Nine of Cups, for our wishes fulfilled. I also feel for some people, and this is of course cannot be for everyone, not everyone is on a romantic path, but still the energy of romance is still very strong in the air. And I'm getting the following, and I'm feeling it from the cards on top here, from the circuit PVC edition of the poker cards. We have the Three of Pentacles, which is building things, is the card of the stonemason, and the Two of Cups is about either partnerships or romance or getting married. I feel there's an energy of wanting to construct a future with someone, a romantic future, and being concerned that you, whoever wants to make the proposal, whoever's decided on this, feels that they might not have enough financial abundance to make it happen, and this might be what's in the way of this person moving forward. But I feel, or two people moving forward. Maybe if you're already in a romantic relationship and you want to get married, but both of you are thinking, we don't have enough resources, and this is we're going through the pandemic and the economy, the pandemic and the economy, and everything. Or it could be two people that are not even talking to themselves, and maybe there was love before, and now with the pandemic, those people are looking at each other in a different energy, like whenever death becomes a reality for all of us, we see things that we thought we could solve, or we thought they didn't matter. We see them in a different in a whole other light, as well as things that we thought were priorities. Once we see that health is more important and that life is precious and short, they no longer are they're no longer as important as we thought they were. I feel that the energy is calling us here with the Joker to let go of controlling, to take a leap of faith. Now, with the cards of the Two of Cups and the Three of Pentacles, it could also be business or projects, or starting on a new job, but it feels like uniting at a level of two equals. So it could be partnerships. It doesn't feel like being employed by someone, or if you're being employed by someone, it feels like a consultancy kind of thing. I feel like if you have doubts if this is going to work, this new endeavor, you have to let go of the idea that you can control everything, that you're going to know everything with this card, the Nine of Swords. What if this? What if that? The only way we can know how things are going to develop and unfold is by working on them day by day. And I feel like by taking that leap of faith, and because we're in the Jupiter season of expansion, that there's great chances of taking that leap of faith and actually reaping great rewards of the Nine of Pentacles, which is actually of reaping the rewards of the fruits of your labor, of being financially comfortable in a way that you're super independent. And the last cards that I have here from the Circuit PCB edition is the Queen of Wands, which is a lovely Queen of Wands. I love how the circuits and the connections. I feel like the energy flows through them. This is the Four of Clubs, or the Four of Wands, which is solid celebrations, marriage, or it could be celebrating that you open a new business, or that you're doing, or just celebrating life in itself. That can be also the message of the Four of Wands. But with this, I feel like you have the power to manifest better things, and that not to let your anxiety of not knowing exactly how the future is going to unfold, or not knowing exactly how you're going to solve absolutely every single issue that might come up, uh, don't let it be what stops you from finding a better ground, from seeing the great opportunities that are now available in the air, with the planetary alignments and the energy that we're receiving from the planets. I also had these cards from the Aces High poker deck, which is the Five of Pentacles, which is having a hard financial time, and that's why I felt this still that's where the message was going. But I feel we're going from this moment of lack, or this lack that we've been feeling has made us really get a discipline on how we create our coin, on how we spend our money, how we spend our time, and this is also could be health issues. So as well, we're realizing the true value of having good health, because without good health, we cannot work, and we cannot enjoy life. The most important wealth one can have is, of course, of health, first of all, and then family, and then, of course, the assets to cover everything else. So I feel we're going from, if you're doing that work that you know you deserve better, that having less resources has made you become more skillful in how you look for the resources, or how you produce the resources, is going to get you here. Again, this is the Nine of Cups, which is the same energy of the Nine of Hearts, and the Nine of Cups is the same meaning, and is the same energy. I love the design of this ones. That was the reason why I chose them. They're like plastic laminated. Back is pretty cool. So I feel we are moving into aligning with getting our wishes fulfilled. And actually, recently with the eclipse, there was also shooting stars. And although that sounds a little trite, actually, the shooting stars do have a great magic for making wishes, for asking for things. When you see a shooting star, something comes from your heart. And there's actually, it has a great manifesting energy. It's not as childlike as one might imagine. Here we have again the Full card, as we had before. So there's that recommendation of letting go, of taking a leap of faith, that we've been doing enough analysis, and now it's time to start acting, and to test how the waters are, test how things are, how stable the ground is. But you have to take the step and into the unknown. That's very important. And actually, that step into the unknown comes with this next cards, with the Ten of Pentacles, which is actually here what the energy was on top of, about being concerned about having this financial security in life. And I feel we shouldn't be concerned because the wheel is changing, and it feels like we're going to reap great rewards if we've been doing our work of knowing our worth and working for delimiting our work. And that means sometimes putting limits with our friends. Sometimes is knowing that some people that used to be our friends that are no longer aligned with us because they're super toxic, they're super negative. Now that doesn't mean if they need a favor from you or they need some mercy from you, or kindness, you're not going to give it. But just to know, if you want to align with a better future, you have to start creating it from your inner circle, from the things that surround you, from the people that surround you, from the things that you do every day. And you have to start discerning and delimiting, like here, like she's doing with the wheel, what stays inside her circle of manifesting and what stays outside, because it no longer is for her, it no longer is helpful for her. So with the 10 of Pentacles and the King of Wands, I feel that there's great energies to create, because we feel, or we think like abundance is something that, yeah, I don't know, you just wake up Monday and you're super abundant. No, I mean, abundance and the 10 of Pentacles is actually an earth element, and earth takes a long time to develop, just like trees take a long time to give fruits, like plants take a while to give us vegetables. There's a timing in it, and you have to start putting the work day by day in order to get to this abundance. And of course, day by day you have to be checking out if you're still following the right strategy. You always have to keep your eye on on whatever you're building, so that it is long lasting. But as we have these cards, basically from the top poker cards, the circuit and the aces high, if you see here, we have a couple. We have the Queen of Wands and the King of Wands, and the 10 of Pentacles and the 4 of Wands. For me, this feels that there's great chances of, now, this is if it's something that resonates with your heart. If you've been working on an enterprise that is really close to your heart, and you're working with someone who has the same passion for that work as you, there's great chances of aligning and of building something together that's going to be very abundant, and it's going to feel very equal, and you're both going to have like a Midas touch, and it's going to be very successful and known by a lot of people. Or it could also mean that in a romantic way, that if you feel like, now, if you feel, this is probably going to be for fewer people, but if you feel like you're truly in love with someone, and you felt like they were indeed and truly in love with you as well, and that you wasted your opportunity for whatever reason because you thought it would never work out, maybe and I guess this is also a message for men a lot, because in this chauvinistic society, men have a lot of pressure that they need to be Bill Gates in order to be super rich, in order to be a good partner. And that is no longer the case in the reality that we live in. Most women are independent, and they're, of course, looking for someone to be an emotional support, to be an emotional partner, and someone who's going to be independent as they are, but that is not about the being super rich. It's about, most important, being rich in spirit, and being, and rich in heart, and rich in maturity, and rich in knowing what you want. That's more important than anything. I mean, you can have all the money in the world, but you don't know what you want. You're not a good partner for anybody. Maybe you don't have that much resources, but you're so sure you love someone and that person is for you, and you want to give it your best shot, because you don't want to lose that opportunity in this lifetime. And you know you're going to do the hard work, and you know you're going to do whatever it takes, and of course anything that is in the good path, of course, and that is respectful towards yourself and towards the other person, obviously. But you're going to work hard because it aligns with your heart, and whatever aligns with your heart has great chances of expanding into something very abundant, very solid, and very long lasting. And you have the chance of aligning with someone who has that same passion as you have, which has probably similar ways or philosophies of life, and you're going to be able to establish a super happy relationship, a super happy partnership, and have great abundance and feel. And because this is the Scorpio is also on Pluto, is about legacy, what we're leaving behind, and of course Capricorn as well is very much about legacy. Um, there's I feel during this time, during these days, as like the other messages, where there's still a sense of wanting to commit, not to something that has purpose in our life, that has value, not only our work, but or the way we make our coin, how we make our business, but also who we make our life with. For the people that are single and are in that age, of course, or and if you're not in that age, maybe I could also feel like even if you're younger and you're not in the time of wanting to get married, or and that's not the time for you either, or having kids or anything, I feel that a lot of people are going to have in their mind wanting to have a good relationship, a good emotional support, have a relationship of value, regardless of what age you have, because we're going within to find our human value during these days. And our human value also has to do with whom and what we align with. I hope that was of help to you. If you'd like to purchase a private reading, you can visit my website, www.piedralunataro or tarot808.com, and you can make your appointment there. Make sure to subscribe to my YouTube so you receive my free collective readings. And as well, now and then I also give courses on how to read cards and magical stuff, magical white stuff. And also follow me on Instagram, as I usually post daily how the energy is for the collective. Blessings for you all. And this was Spira Luna Tarot 808. Bye.